Everything you know is half the truth. The Maldives is a tropical paradise hidden on Earth, with coral islands glistening under the brilliant sun, white sandy beaches as smooth as silk, and turquoise waters so clear you can see schools of fish swimming freely. Imagine the sound of waves gently lapping like a soothing melody, the rustling of the wind through the tall palm leaves, and the salty scent of the sea blending with the fresh air. This place is not just an ideal destination for beach lovers but also a perfect escape for those wanting to get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life to find absolute peace and relaxation. However, the Maldives has many dark sides as well. Despite its blue seas, women are prohibited from wearing bikinis, and the high divorce rate makes local women view men as a nightmare. Let's explore 20 strange facts about the Maldives. Number 20. Tourism paradise. The Republic of Maldives has a total area of only 298 square kilometers, making it one of the 10 smallest countries in the world. Most islands here are thin strips of land that appear and disappear in the ocean, with only about 200 islands being relatively large and inhabited. Despite being the smallest country in Asia, the Maldives is now globally known as a tourism paradise, welcoming 1.7 million tourists each year. Thanks to tourism development, the Maldives has undergone a miraculous transformation from a small, isolated, and economically underdeveloped island nation into one of the top 26 beach paradises in the world. Tourism revenue now accounts for over 30% of the GDP of the Maldives. In the Maldives, tourists can find all sorts of beach-related activities, from simple experiences like swimming and learning about traditional fishing activities of island fishermen to sunset fishing trips with locals, coral diving, and swimming with trained sharks. Luxurious experiences like seaplane flights to view the entire archipelago from above, or dining in underwater restaurants are also popular. The Maldives consists of many private islands, and traveling between them is not simple. Therefore, choosing where to stay largely determines the tourist experience. Staying in luxurious resorts far from the capital means enjoying mostly resort-provided services. On the other hand, staying on local islands gives tourists the chance to explore and experience local culture. Number 19. Bikini ban. It's quite strange that this paradise destination with blue beaches bans bikinis. As a Muslim country, the Maldives has dress code regulations. Women are advised to wear modest clothing that covers their shoulders and knees in public places, including markets, villages, and the capital, Male. Revealing clothes like bikinis, short skirts, and tight tank tops can attract unwanted attention, and are even considered disrespectful to local culture. On one island, local women must wrap themselves in scarves when going out, while on another island, women wear bikinis or even go topless, sunbathing on the beach all day. Maldives and M are two popular local islands chosen by many tourists. However, these islands have fewer beautiful beaches. Being a Muslim country, the Maldives only allows bikinis on one beach in Maldives, and tourists are also advised not to wear revealing clothes like sleeveless tops or outfits above the knee. However, when leaving the resort, tourists should adhere to public dress code regulations. Additionally, when visiting religious sites like mosques, tourists need to dress modestly and respectfully, showing regard for the local faith. What do you think about this ban? Share your thoughts below. Number 18. The wonder of bioluminescent beaches. The Maldives is not only famous for its stunning coral islands, turquoise waters, and luxurious resorts, but also for its magical natural phenomenon: bioluminescent beaches. On moonless nights, visitors to the Maldives have the opportunity to witness an extraordinary scene, as beaches suddenly light up like a sparkling Milky Way. This phenomenon is caused by the bioluminescence of microscopic marine organisms, often single-celled algae densely concentrated in the coastal waters. When stirred by waves or human movement, these organisms emit a blue or green light, creating a glittering and surreal effect. This light is the result of a chemical reaction within the organism cells involving the enzyme luciferase breaking down the compound luciferin. Swimming at night in the bioluminescent beaches of the Maldives is an incredibly unique and unforgettable experience. Visitors can immerse themselves in the cool seawater and watch the tiny sparkling lights all around them. Number 17. Women live in constant fear. According to The Guardian, women in the Maldives are always worried about becoming victims of attacks when they go out. Long-standing practices in the Maldives have perpetuated the mistreatment of women, hindering their ability to establish a foothold in society. Women face pressure to raise children, clean the house, and prepare 3 meals a day. These traditional duties are often seen as the inherent responsibilities of a wife and mother. Some men still believe that women are unsuitable for professional work and should stay at home. On the streets, girls often become targets of harassment and teasing. They typically walk with their heads down, clutching their bags tightly to their chests with keys held in their hands like weapons. Ironically, while the Maldives is considered to be making significant strides towards gender equality, forms of oppression remain widespread. Gender discrimination and misogyny are evident as soon as a woman steps out of her house. They are subjected to catcalls, lewd comments, and demands for their phone numbers in a threatening manner. Many women across the Maldives experience similar situations daily, and all they can do is try to escape or endure the barrage of verbal assaults awaiting them in public. In the Maldives, if a woman shares social issues on online platforms, men will immediately respond with insults and threats. What are your thoughts on this? Share them below. Number 11. Rare white sand beaches of the Maldives. The Maldives is famous for its pristine white sand beaches, which stretch like silky ribbons along the emerald green shores. What enchants visitors is not only the poetic beauty of the place, but also the unique secret hidden in the fine white sand. Unlike most beaches worldwide that have white sand formed from yellow-colored quartz, the sand in the Maldives is pure white coral sand. This rare type of sand appears on only 5% of the world's beaches, giving the Maldives its unique and distinctive beauty. The beaches of the Maldives are surrounded by vibrant coral reefs, home to countless marine creatures. Over time, these coral reefs are eroded by the waves, creating tiny powdery fragments that make up the pristine white coral sand we see today. Number 10. Abundant marine life. The Maldives is not only renowned for its fine white sand beaches, emerald green waters, and luxurious resorts, but also as a paradise for marine life enthusiasts. It boasts an incredibly rich and diverse marine ecosystem, with over 1,000 species of fish and numerous other marine creatures. Unlike many places in the world, visitors to the Maldives can easily spot whales at almost any location. It is estimated that about 1,500 to 2,500 whales and dolphins live around the coral reefs in the Maldives, providing visitors with the opportunity to see these giant creatures in their natural habitat at any time of the year. Visitors can spot 10 to 12 different species of whales and dolphins, including humpback whales, white-beaked dolphins, and Risso's dolphins. They might even witness large pods of up to 200 whales migrating and hunting together. In addition to whales and dolphins, the Maldives is home to countless other marine creatures, creating a vibrant and colorful marine ecosystem. More than 1,000 species of fish live here, ranging from small, colorful fish to giant sharks, showcasing the diversity and uniqueness of the marine life in the Maldives. The Maldives also has the world's third-largest coral reef system, home to countless marine species. Visitors may also encounter sea turtles, stingrays, sharks, and many other marine creatures during their ocean exploration in the Maldives. Number 9. The Garbage Island of the Maldives. Ironically, the highest point above sea level in this island nation is created from garbage piled several meters higher than the rest of the islands on a large artificial landfill known as Thilafushi. Locals call it the Garbage Island, and Thilafushi has become an increasing concern due to environmental and health issues. In early 1992, the Maldivian government converted a small lagoon called Thilala into a landfill to handle waste from the capital, Male, a short boat ride away. For many years, waste disposal in this lagoon was surprisingly primitive. Waste from Male and surrounding islands was simply dumped into pits and covered with sand without any processing, sorting, or maintenance. Plastics and other recyclables were haphazardly discarded on the island, along with hazardous materials like asbestos, electronic devices, and batteries, which could severely harm the marine environment. All the waste produced by the Maldives since 1992, ranging from kitchen waste, plastic waste, and chemical waste to construction waste from resort buildings, was dumped into this lagoon. In 2009, a report showed that the island, with an area of 0.5 square kilometers, was growing at an alarming rate of 1 square meter per day. By 2021, up to 700 tons of waste were added to the island daily. The piles of waste grew so high that they caused smoldering fires, releasing accumulated methane gas. These fires blanketed the capital, Mail, and nearby islands in smoke, causing breathing difficulties for residents and workers on the island. Most of the waste on the island does not even come from Maldivian residents but from tourists. Tourism is an advantage for the Maldives, making it the wealthiest country in South Asia, with nearly one-third of its GDP. Number 15. Honeymoon paradise with the highest divorce rate. Newlyweds always hope for a honeymoon trip to enjoy wonderful moments together. The Maldives is one of the top choices for couples worldwide, with picturesque villas floating on emerald waters, fine white sandy beaches, and breathtaking sunsets over the horizon. It's easy to see why many are enchanted. However, few know that this beautiful resort destination is also infamous for having the highest divorce rate, where women live in constant fear. In many countries, divorce is considered taboo, but in this small country in the Indian Ocean, divorce is not overly complicated. In 2022, the Maldives had a divorce rate of 10.97 per 1,000 people, a record high noted in the Guinness Book of World Records. More recently, the figure has been recorded at 5.52 divorces per 1,000 people. One reason is the Maldives' lack of stringent court procedures and clear asset division rules after divorce. The country bases its legal system on Islamic principles and Sharia law, which means that in the Maldives, a man can divorce simply by telling his wife he wants a divorce. Divorce here is swift, uncomplicated, and free from social pressure. Marriage in the Maldives is also relatively easy. However, in recent years, the Maldivian government has made significant strides in gender equality and controlling the divorce rate. Though not widespread, polygamy still exists in the Maldives. Now, the law requires courts to assess a man's financial situation before allowing him to take another wife. New measures like financial penalties for husbands who divorce their wives without court approval have also been introduced. Number 14. Extreme religious practices. The 1997 Constitution of the Maldives requires all citizens to be Muslim, and no other religions are accepted. Changing religion means losing citizenship. Maldivians are known for their intolerance towards those who insult their religion, and tourists should be aware of this to avoid imprisonment. Changing religion in the Maldives results in the loss of citizenship. Crimes such as drug trafficking, bringing in religious idols, pornography, or alcoholic beverages are all punishable. Homosexual relationships can also result in imprisonment. Tourists visiting the Maldives must respect and comply with traditional Islamic regulations, such as the prohibition of alcohol use, except within hotel and resort premises. Importing forbidden items like pork and its products is illegal. During Ramadan, tourists must avoid eating, drinking, and smoking in public places. Additionally, nudity and semi-nudity are not allowed on beaches or even within resorts. Number 13. On the verge of permanent disappearance. Did you know that the Maldives holds a unique record as the world's lowest and flattest country? The highest point in the Maldives is located on Gafu Alfu Venal Island in the southern part of the country, standing at just 2.3 meters above sea level, making it the lowest high point on Earth. In fact, nearly 80% of the Maldives' land area lies below 1 meter above sea level. The Maldives is formed from coral and limestone reefs, remnants of ancient marine life. Geological processes combined with erosion have resulted in the Maldives' low and flat terrain. This low elevation makes the Maldives particularly vulnerable to climate change and rising sea levels. A 2007 report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change predicted that the upper limit for sea level rise could be 59 centimeters by 2100. This means that nearly 200 inhabited islands in the Maldives would have to be abandoned, as they would no longer be safe to live on. Scientists predict that, in the future, sea levels could rise to a point where the entire Maldives could be submerged. As climate change accelerates, this small nation is trying to buy time in the hope that world leaders will reduce carbon emissions before the Maldives inevitably collapses. The archipelago has gambled its future and a significant portion of its national budget on building an elevated artificial island to house most of its nearly 555,000 population. Meanwhile, a Dutch design firm plans to build 5,000 floating homes in the lagoons for habitation. The artificial city being hastily constructed is called Hal, which means hope in the local language. It stands at nearly 2 meters above sea level and is created from sand pumped from the seabed. Residents from across the Maldives are gradually being relocated to high-rise buildings to escape the rising sea levels. A second twin island is also being built in a similar fashion. In many ways, Hal resembles a city from games like SimCity. It is complete with parks, apartments, mosques, shops, skating rinks, sidewalks, schools and roads, all constructed in an orderly coastal town connected to the capital, Male, by a mile-long bridge. In 2018, what do you think about this new city? Let me know your thoughts. Number 12. Underwater Cabinet Meeting. In 2009, the world witnessed an extraordinary event. The president of the Maldives, Mohammed Nasheed, held an underwater cabinet meeting. This bold action was aimed at sending a strong message about the threat of climate change to the Maldives and was an urgent call for international cooperation to protect the oceans. Situated in the Indian Ocean, the Maldives is an island nation with 99% of its territory covered by water. This geographical feature makes the country extremely vulnerable to the impacts of climate change and rising sea levels. Recognizing the urgency, in 2008 President Nasheed pledged to make the Maldives the world's first carbon-neutral country by 2090. The underwater cabinet meeting held on October 17, 2009, garnered global attention. Meeting at a depth of 5 meters below sea level, President Nasheed and 13 ministers, all equipped with diving gear, used hand signals to communicate. The cabinet signed a declaration calling for urgent action to combat climate change. More than just a unique event, the underwater cabinet meeting created a significant impact, attracting international media attention and raising awareness about the threat of climate change to the Maldives and other island nations. It spurred discussion and concrete actions on ocean protection on a global scale. At that time, the president and 13 government members wearing diving equipment worked at tables set up on the seabed. Although the Maldives continues to face many challenges due to climate change, President Nasheed's bold action inspired the international community and set a powerful example of how leaders can drive change. Number 5. Once a Buddhist nation. Today the Maldives is known as a 100% Muslim country. However, few know that beneath this thick layer of Islam lies a long-standing Buddhist heritage. Buddhism was once the state religion of the Maldives for many centuries before the 12th century. Buddhism is believed to have been introduced to the Maldives during the expansive period of Emperor Ashoka. For many centuries, Buddhism played a significant role in the spiritual and cultural life of the Maldivian people. Archaeological sites such as Buddhist statues and stupas still exist on various islands, bearing witness to the deep influence of Buddhism during this historical period. A historical turning point occurred when Muslim traders arrived in the Maldives. The gradual introduction of Islam led to changes in religious beliefs, transforming the Maldives into a Muslim country by the 12th century. In the 16th century, the Maldives became a Portuguese colony. The Portuguese attempted to spread Christianity but were unsuccessful. Today, although Buddhism is no longer the state religion, its imprint remains present in Maldivian culture. Some rituals and traditions still carry strong Buddhist influences. For example, the Bodhu Mass ceremony is held annually to commemorate the enlightenment of Lord Buddha. Additionally, some Buddhist relics are still preserved on islands, including Maoshi Island, where a 12th century Buddhist temple is located. Today the Maldives is a Muslim-majority nation, with laws stipulating that the president and members of the cabinet must be Muslims. However, the people of the Maldives demonstrate respect for other faiths, including Buddhism. The fusion of Islam and Buddhism creates a unique cultural heritage for the Maldives, attracting tourists from around the world. Number 4. Cowrie shells used as currency. Cowrie shells, especially the money cowrie, played a crucial role in world economic history over 1,000 years ago. They were widely used as a common form of payment across many cultures worldwide, including Africa, Asia, and North America. The popularity of cowrie shells stemmed from their relatively uniform size and shape, making them easy to assess and difficult to counterfeit. Cowrie shells are durable and resilient, capable of being stored and transported for long periods without damage. In the Maldives, money cowries played a particularly important role in the monetary system. These shells were collected and crafted into bead strings known as and used as the official currency unit until the early 20th century. However, the emergence of metal and paper currencies gradually replaced the role of cowrie shells. Today, the trade in cowrie shell money no longer exists, and their value has diminished. Nevertheless, money cowries still hold an important place in Maldivian culture. They are used to make jewelry, decorations, and even symbolize the Maldives' monetary authority. Number 3. Coconut tree as the national symbol. The coconut tree, with its graceful beauty and immense value, is considered the national symbol of the Maldives and adorns the country's flag. On these beautiful islands, visitors can easily spot rows of tall coconut palms casting their shade over the white sandy beaches, creating a perfect natural backdrop. Coconut trees not only exude delicate beauty, but also possess robust vitality. They can grow up to 30 meters tall and live for over 100 years, embellishing the Maldives with their cool green fronds and beautiful coconuts. Coconut trees contribute to the breathtaking natural scenery of the Maldives, attracting tourists for sightseeing and relaxation. Moreover, they are deeply intertwined with the spiritual life of the Maldivian people, appearing in legends, festivals, and artworks. Number 2. Scarce freshwater. The Maldives is currently experiencing a severe shortage of fresh water. Surrounded by the vast ocean, the Maldives paradoxically faces constraints in freshwater resources. The primary reason lies in the unique geography of this island nation. The Maldives is an archipelago comprising over 1,100 low-lying coral islands with shallow groundwater and scanty rainfall. Fresh water is mainly obtained from rainwater, groundwater, and desalination processes. Climate change exacerbates the freshwater scarcity in the Maldives. Rising sea levels intrude into groundwater sources, and prolonged droughts reduce rainfall, seriously affecting the lives of people and ecosystems. The Maldivian government and international organizations are striving to implement various measures to conserve freshwater resources. Kandolo Island in the Maldives is a prime example of effective water conservation practices. This island uses reverse osmosis technology to convert seawater into safe freshwater for human use. This system helps provide fresh water for local residents and tourists, while minimizing environmental impact. Number 1. A nation without dogs. The Maldives is quite unique in that there are no dogs living here. The reason behind this stems from a combination of cultural and religious beliefs of the Maldivian people. In Islam, dogs are considered unclean animals. Touching a dog, including petting or hugging, is believed to defile a person's body. Therefore, to maintain cleanliness according to religious beliefs, the people of the Maldives typically keep away from dogs. The ban on dogs entering the Maldives has been in place for many years. Foreign tourists, even if intending to bring their pets, are also denied entry. Airlines also do not transport dogs to the Maldives to ensure compliance with this regulation. Currently, only 2 police dogs are permitted to be present in the Maldives. They are trained to assist in airport security, sniffing luggage and passengers when necessary. When visiting the Maldives, tourists should be mindful of and respect local culture. Bringing pets here is inappropriate and can lead to unnecessary complications. Today, the Maldives is renowned as a tourism paradise with its stunning coral islands, luxurious resorts, and emerald green waters. However, did you know that just a few decades ago, this place was still a mystery to most international tourists? In the 1970s, the Maldives was almost unknown on the world tourism map. Only adventurous explorers and scuba diving enthusiasts were aware of the hidden beauty of these coral islands. The transformation began in 1972, when the first tourist resort opened on Kurumba Island. This event marked the beginning of a new era for the Maldives, opening the door to visitors from around the globe. The real development of the Maldives tourism industry, however, took off later under the leadership of President Maumoon Abdul Gayoom. Recognizing the vast potential of tourism, President Gayoom focused on developing tourism infrastructure, promoting the Maldives as an attractive destination, and creating favorable conditions for foreign investors. Under President Gayoom's leadership, the Maldives experienced a tourism boom. The number of visitors to the Maldives grew significantly in the following decades, making the island nation one of the most famous tourist destinations in the world. The success of the Maldives tourism industry can be attributed to President Gayoom's foresight and his commitment to sustainable development. He understood the importance of protecting the Maldives' environment and ensuring that tourism developed responsibly. Today, the Maldives is a top tourist destination, attracting millions of visitors each year. Tourism contributes significantly to the Maldives' economy, creating jobs and driving the growth of other industries. However, the rapid growth of tourism also brings challenges. The Maldives faces issues such as environmental pollution, waste management, and rising living costs. The Maldivian government is working to address these challenges to ensure that the tourism industry continues to develop sustainably in the coming years. Life in the Maldives has long been intertwined with the sea. The locals' deep understanding of the ocean is reflected in their unique boat-building techniques, using only wood without nails or metal. This long-standing boat-building tradition can be admired through illustrations at the Maldives Lounge in Barros, alongside antique maps dating back nearly 400 years. The close connection to the sea also influences the architecture of homes in the Maldives. Traditional houses are built from wood, designed to be easily dismantled, transported, and reassembled elsewhere. This is crucial because the Maldives, as an island nation, faces high erosion risks, necessitating frequent relocations of homes. Traditional Maldivian houses feature semi-open verandas that create ventilation and good airflow, suitable for the tropical climate of the Maldives. Notably, they include outdoor bathrooms to maximize nature use and provide a sense of closeness to the surrounding environment. The most commonly used wood for building Maldivian houses is coconut wood, known for its durability and termite resistance. Traditional Maldivian roofs are typically made of palm or coconut leaves, providing shade and coolness for the house. These homes are often decorated with traditional floral motifs, reflecting the cultural beauty of the local people. What do you think about these homes? Share your thoughts below. Unlike many countries around the world where the weekend is Saturday and Sunday, in the Maldives, the weekend falls on Friday and Saturday. This is similar to other Muslim countries like Egypt, Jordan, and Oman. The weekend schedule in the Maldives originates from Islamic beliefs, considering Friday as a holy day dedicated to prayer and religious activities. Therefore, government offices, businesses, and schools in the Maldives typically close on Friday and Saturday. When visiting the Maldives, it's important to keep this in mind, as some services and accommodations, especially on local islands, may not operate during the weekend. It's advisable to plan your excursions and book services in advance, especially if you intend to engage in activities or tours on Friday or Saturday. Some upscale resorts may operate normally throughout the week, but it's best to verify with each specific resort to be sure.